Alexa TV presents in 3, 2, 1. Dateline Schools with your host, Terry Harrington.
All this week on Dateline Schools, we're learning about some of the park and recreation opportunities we have here in St. Clair County as we talk with the director of the St. Clair County Parks and Recreation Department, Mark Brochu. And Mark, what are some features that really make for a unique and good park, especially in our county?
The main thing is to integrate into the landscape. If it doesn't fit with the landscape, it's not going to work. And the natural features, both of those really make it important. And for the example, for Gratiot County Park, we've left it almost totally natural, and it's very popular with folks. It gives them the up north feel, even though they're not up north. The other thing that makes individual parks is their cultural heritage, whether they have historic buildings and facilities that harken back to the history of the county.
Great. And also, my guess is, too, that with some of these features, you had to develop some things just to draw the interest for some of the folks that come to those, right? Like down in Columbus and some of those areas?
Well, there's some very basic things that you need to attract families in particular and the general public, and that is clean and safe facilities. If there's not a perception that the property is safe, people are not going to come to it. If there aren't clean and modern restrooms, people are not going to come to it. So that's one of the things we learned early on in our development is that's what people want, and then you build off of that with good-looking facilities and integration to the natural environment.
My guess is that's got to be a pretty big full-time job for you and your staff to keep those parks clean and safe.
Yeah, it's constant. It's constant, especially on weekends when we have a lot of guests. We are constantly checking all the facilities regularly to make sure they're clean and working properly.
And my guess is part of that millage that you mentioned yesterday goes to that. What are we paying in the county for the millage?
We pay just under a half mil, which is about $25 a year for a home of $100,000. So it's pretty nominal, but it does a lot, and we take advantage of the millage by trying to leverage other resources to do some of our projects. But the vast majority, almost $2 million of our budget goes to the operation and maintenance of the parks.
We'll be back with more tomorrow. For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry.